What's up, NBA family? It's your boy DTLF here with my co-host with the most from the East Coast, Lou.
What's
What's
going
up,
on, everybody? What's up, Dan?
man? Hey, listen, man. NBA is heating up. We are what? Exactly. We are less than a month away now, officially today,
The
till the
playoffs, right?
NBA playoff starts. I think the NBA playoff starts April 18, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
we're officially in March 19, and so that means we are. Yep. Right under a month ago, man. A lot of news to get to, man. Today we're gonna start with Cade Cunningham, man, and this is East Coast news. Cade Cunningham had a collapsed lung, right? The Pistons star is gonna be out at least 2 weeks. They're gonna have the reveal soon, but this is a huge blow to them as they sit at the eastern at the top of the Eastern
Yeah.
Conference. Now, the collapsed lung he had is much more common in contact sports like the NFL, but there's been several cases of that in the NBA, including, I don't know if you remember, Gerald Wallace. He had a collapsed lung. CJ McCollum, I think, 2 times,
Damn.
and Terrence Jones. So, oh, scary stuff, man. How you feel? How do you think this impacts the Eastern Conference?
It impacts it a lot because I had them as the favorites to go to the finals. And honestly, he's the only threat. Cade Cunningham's the only threat to the whole Eastern Conference. Like, that Pistons team is good, but it's him. It's his show. So it kind of shakes everything up. Unfortunate for that, I don't like to see that type of stuff happen.
No.
You know, and I'm not going to sit here and say I'm happy about it just because my Knicks might be able to get an advantage. It's not fair. I want to see teams go at their best with their best.
Facts.
But yeah, it sucks, man.
I second that sentiment, man. Again, hopefully we wish him a speedy recovery. And it's unfortunate, man, because again, they were hooping, bro. They have been on a heater, absolute heater. What's up, David? What's up, Kimmy? What's up, Logan? Good to see you guys. Much love in the chat. But with Cade Cunningham sidelined for an extended period of time, Detroit's percentage has dropped to 11% to win the East. So that tells you how important he is. He is the engine to those Pistons. Man. He is the engine to those Pistons, and it's not going to be easy for them. Now, obviously, now that Cade has collapsed, Cade's lungs. I want to talk about another injury. Giannis knee drama with the Bucks. Okay, team reportedly wants him to shut it down, but he's pushing to play, right? So there's again, we're having the same, man. Let me tell you something, man. It's like we're watching a married couple fight in real time. Yep. And so I don't feel sorry for Giannis because he and laughed it all off when he didn't get traded at the deadline. He's like, bro, this is counterproductive to you and your family. Because I feel personally, me, Lou, I feel like Giannis should have really pushed for the trade, and he should have just voiced his displeasure instead of trying to be fake and be fake happy. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I feel like he should have been out of there. It was very clear that he wanted out. All these NBA sources knew it. The fans knew it. So I don't understand why it didn't get done. But this seems more like an NBA owner / GM issue because they're the ones that want to sit him when he wants to play. And that's almost a sort of tanking in a sense, right? If you're an owner or a GM and you want to sit your best guy when he's good to go and you're telling him he can't go, that's tanking. I think the NBA should get involved if that's the case. Because how are you going to sit your best player when he's saying he's healthy, he's good to go, but you want to protect him when you don't even want him, you want to trade him? So
I think this is that's a great point. I think this is a good case of wanting to have your cake and eat it too. They didn't want to trade Giannis, so they want more for him in the offseason, but they want to tank. So they want to have their cake and eat it too, man. I think Giannis sees that, and he's like, bullshit. I'm not hurt. I want to play.
You know what? Sorry to cut you off there. You know what? This brings me back to what I was saying when we had the discussion about how to stop tanking. And this is why we need minutes, a minute requirement on contracts, man. It goes both ways. It's not only for players that want to sit. It's for owners like the Bucks owner that want to sit Giannis, who's a max guy. If there was a minute requirement, he has to go out there and play. He has to put in, if he's healthy, he has to put in his 32 to 34 minutes. And now the owners can't do anything about that. They have to play their guy. So they gotta figure something out, man.
Yeah, they most definitely do have to figure something out. Here's the thing, right? There's going to be an NBA expansion vote next week. All right. The Board of Governors are going to meet March 24th and 25th to vote on, starting the process for 2 new teams exclusively in Las Vegas and Seattle.
Yep.
So that would be targeted around 2028, 2029. Now, what does this mean? If approved, we're going to have to redraw divisions, right?
Yep.
Schedule's going to have to be different. We're going to have to run an expansion draft, which we'll get a little bit into in a bit. But these meetings are already going to start happening, late March. And again, they're going to have an anti-tanking rules coming in 2026 and 27. All right. Apparently, major lottery and pick protection changes are on the horizon to stop late tanking. So this is a perfect tie-in to the current playoff push and everything that's happening right now, man. It's gonna get interesting because the NBA, as we know it, has already completely changed, but it's still changing, man. I'm going to tell you something. I give credit to the commissioner for trying things. However, I don't like certain changes that are coming, right? There's certain changes I just don't like. I think it's too much. Where do you draw the line, Lou? Where do you say, okay, too much change is too much?
I think once you start changing, that you have to change a lot. I don't think there's a such thing as one minor tweak because there's always a trickle-down effect. So I understand why there's a lot going on. I just feel like he took too long to do it. He's been how long he's been a commissioner for? Since 12, 13, something like that.
Somewhere around that.
I know Braun was in Miami when he took over. I know that. So it's been over 10 years already, and he just started making these changes a little after the bubble, but 21, 22, right? He started making the in-season tournament and stuff, and I feel like it's too much in that short span of time. He should have been doing this little by little since he started. His second year in, do this. Third, fourth year in, do that. He's throwing so much in a span of like 4 years. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro. It is crazy, man. It's just crazy. If I got to ask you, man, if the expansion draft was to start today and you had to protect 8 players, so that's how it's going to go. You only get to protect 8 players.
Yeah.
The rest get thrown into a pool where they can pick up one of your players. I think they can only pick up 1 per team. I think that's the rule.
Yeah.
What are the 8 players you would protect as a Knicks fan that you would say, okay, these are the untouchables. Give me 8 off the top of your head if you can.
I mean, the logical way to go is just the best guys, which is my starting 5 and Josh Hart, maybe the point guard. What's his name? Jose Alvarado, and
got one more.
Yeah, one more. After that, it is what it is. But that Diawara guy, maybe.
Okay, fair enough.
Diawara could be like the 8th guy. But me personally, I know that's what the Knicks will do. Me personally, man, Mikal Bridges, have fun. Go to Las Vegas. Go to Seattle. He's been absolute dog shit.
Lou, you trying to get rid of that contract? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Oh, yes. My.
He is dog crap.
Hold on. Yo, New Yorkers are very strategic, man. Y'all taking this as an opportunity to get rid of a fucking contract. Yeah. Crazy.
It's between him or Cat, but Cat has value. So I won't get rid of Cat. But Mikal Bridges is the worst thing I've ever. Bro, we got rid of 6 picks for him or something like that. Yeah. He hasn't done anything. Nothing.
Man, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned it because I haven't really heard his name in the media. I know OG's balling over there. I know Josh Hart the other day went crazy. Man, that's crazy, bro. So that's a very intelligent spin on this whole draft. Let me look at that contract and let me just air him out there. Can you imagine if you don't protect the player, right? You don't protect them, and then any of those 2 expansion teams don't
take.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Oh man, it will come back to bite you hard, bro.
Yeah. But I think he's still young enough that he'll get picked. He's young enough and good enough that he'll get picked.
For sure. And I'm not sure how it's going to work. So if you don't protect these players and they pick them, do they consume that contract or is it a brand new contract with a new team? Like that's what.
No, they consume it the way it is. So if you're getting paid $80 million, that's what you're gonna. That's the cap coming off your team. Yeah, so that's why you will. If that would ever happen, if it does happen, you're gonna see a lot of bloated contracts that teams don't want. They're gonna be on the pool. So
that's tough for me. Yeah. If the expansion draft was to start today, for me, this is who I'm protecting. Like, let's just say it started right before it went to the playoffs, and they're gonna snatch somebody up, right? like exactly in the timeline where we're at. So the way we're playing right now, man, Luka, LeBron, and Austin got to be protected off the top.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna add probably the fourth most important player on this team currently right now, Marcus Smart.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna add Rui Hachimura. Okay. Then I'm gonna turn around to this list. I'm gonna add somebody who we traded for who's been absolutely balling, and that is Luke Kennard. Those are my top 6 protected players. Everybody else, I mean, for the playoff run, I'll add DeAndre Ayton, but he's hit or miss. And then the final piece I would probably keep is Jackson Hayes, just for this playoff run. But if it wasn't for the playoff run, the list would look a lot different, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's insane, man. My boy Will Fields said New Yorkers got that mafioso attitude about things. He said they
gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go, man.
Yeah, they're gonna go crazy, man.
Gotta go.
Nah, that was very strategic. I did not expect that answer. I thought you were gonna give me like the top players, like you said. And
I mean, that's what I think the Knicks will do that. You know, if it came down to it, but I would get rid of Bridges, man.
Wow, interesting take for sure. All right, and it's very intelligent too, by the way. So I want to talk about LeBron at 41, bro. LeBron at 41, he took like 3 games off with a little elbow injury or whatever it was, and he came back and he's bought in as a third option, man. He dropped 30 points last night on 13 for 14 from the field. Really, it should have been 13 for 13, but one of those, it was a foul and they didn't call it. So he basically had a perfect night. You know, he's the oldest player to ever do it in the regular season game, man. Plus, he's dunking insane, bro. I'm talking about clockbacks, tomahawks, you name it. What has gotten into LeBron, man? And when is he going to slow down, bro? We keep expecting it, but damn.
Hey, man, listen. When you sit out with an injury and you go to see a special doctor and you come back dunking and windmilling, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Man. There's been a lot of rumors about that since he was in Miami. There's been a lot of rumors, but there's no proof, and I ain't gonna hate the man. He's a great player, so I ain't gonna hate him.
God, Lou's choosing first.
I'm just saying, hey, we both heard the speculation. We heard the news before, man. You know,
I just say nothing about LeBron. Yo, I don't want Clutch coming after me, bro.
But look, you know, at the end of the day, he's a great player. Even if he wasn't, or let me not say he wasn't, because we don't know if he was. But even if that's just him naturally, I'm not surprised. LeBron's LeBron, bro. He's 6'9", most athletic player we've seen since Wilt, right? If I had to take a guess.
Yep.
So you can't deny his greatness.
Bro, LeBron is nuts, man. I want to pull up a picture. Let me see if I find it here. If I can find it. There's a picture where he is. They compared it side by side with him in, I think, 2017, and now he's in exactly the same position he was, bro. As far as getting up there in the air. Let's see if I can find it.
He takes his body serious, man. He takes his body very serious.
Insane. What LeBron is doing is just uncanny. I think he's the greatest athlete we've ever seen for sure.
In all sports, you talking about all sports?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. With the longevity, you gotta get. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let me see if I can pull this up really quick. This is nuts, bro. It's gonna blow your mind when you see this picture. Because what happens here is that again, LeBron is aging and he's getting older, and you see it in some aspects, but not the athleticism, bro. It's weird. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it, but pretty much it's LeBron in 2016 and LeBron in 2026. His head is almost at the same spot.
Yeah.
His arm, the clock back is almost at the same.
I want to see where he took off from though in 2016. Like that's the only difference I want to see. I want to see where he leaped from versus where he leaped from on 2026. Because he used to jump from the damn near free throw line, man.
I know. For sure he's lost some athleticism, but it's not that noticeable. He's still a athlete. I mean, just look at, is this the one? Yeah, look at this lob play right here from Luka. By the way, Luka is balling. We're gonna get into Luka in a little bit, but look at this. Look at LeBron comes out of nowhere. Look at KD looking like an old man. He didn't even jump. Look at LeBron.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Bro, what? Like a fish out of water, man. This man's just.
Bro, that man has a son in the league, bro.
That's in the same team. In the same team, bro. What?
That's crazy.
Bro, I'm mesmerized. You know, it's insane to see how LeBron has continued to evolve and he continues to add to his game. Now, I want to talk about Luka, man, because he's been disrespected a lot in the past month or so. We had ESPN pundits saying he was the most unwatchable star in the league. We have people saying that he's not even in the top 3 in MVP votings. Yet this man has the most 40-point games of the season. He's leading the league in scoring, and he's got our Lakers in the 3rd seed in the West. Okay, he just had a 40-point masterclass last night. 40 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds with 7 threes that he had, including another dagger step back. Why do you think Luka gets so much disrespect, bro? He don't get the same love Shea or Joker. Why?
It's the play style, man. It's the Harden effect. That's all it is. When James Harden was cooking up, James Harden was averaging almost 40. It was 38 a game at one point, and over 10 assists, and he was cooking. Had the Houston Rockets in the 2nd seed, and that man could do no wrong on the offensive end. But the media hated it. They were saying how boring he is to watch, how he's a foul baiter, and all this crap. And that's what they're trying to do with Luka now. They're doing the same thing. Luka, granted on defense he's not the best defender, but on offense you can't stop him. He's the best. He's probably the best passer in the league between him, Brown, and Jokic. Those are the top 3 passers in the NBA right now. He's obviously the best scorer. He leads the league in scoring right now, right?
Yeah.
So he's the best scorer in the league. He's probably the best passer in the league, and he's got the franchise on his back right now, 3rd in the West. So I don't see where the hate's coming from, but that's what they're gonna do, man.
Bro, he's averaging 33 points per game with 7.9 rebounds and 8.5 assists. Okay. The only players to average this for consecutive seasons, I think, was Michael Jordan and Wilt, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Wow. So, he's an elite company, and he's done it for multiple seasons. Here's my thing, right? You talked about the foul baiting and everything. The master foul baiter is the favorite to win MVP right now. The king of foul baiting. And that is
but what saves him, what saves Shea, is that he's considered a two-way player. I wouldn't say he's a two-way player. He tries on defense. He's not a lockdown defender, but he gets the slack because he's a quote-unquote two-way guy. And I think it's just because he gets steals and shit like that. But I don't know. He might be the worst foul baiter I've ever seen in my life. SGA. It's bad. It's bad over there, man.
Bro, by the way, in the last 10 games, Luka Doncic is averaging 1.9 steals per game.
Damn.
So it's not like he's not playing defense this year. This year, he looks the best that I've seen him in his career, to be honest. He's averaging a career high 1.5 steals. Because and even before in his career, it's not like he didn't. For his career, he's averaging 1.3 steals. So it's not like he don't play defense. It's just that obviously he was a little bit out of shape or whatever. Yeah. But now that he's in shape, bro, and I predicted this would happen the moment we traded for him. I said, watch, next year he's going to have an MVP caliber season. I said it the moment we traded for him. Because LA just does something to you. It's like New York. It brings out the best in you or the worst in you.
Yep.
Meaning you're either built for it or you're not. You know? Everybody knows Luka was built for it. I want to talk a little bit about the Knicks, though, man. The Knicks in the Eastern Conference sitting pretty at 3-2. Similar record to the Lakers, man. You guys have one more win than we do this year. You're 45-25. We're 44-25. And you guys have won 4 in a row. Can you elaborate a little bit on the Knicks? You guys got the Brooklyn Nets coming up tomorrow, followed by Washington and the Pelicans and the Hornets. So you have 4.
Those are all winnable games.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, bro, we beat ourselves, man. The Knicks beat themselves. A lot of games that the Knicks lost, it's usually they have a good lead and they somehow try to they find a way to fumble it. Or they don't come in playing hard in the beginning and they have a 20-point blowout and we can never catch up. Well, I've seen games that we've been down by 20, came back in the fourth quarter when it was too late, and we lose by 1 or 2 points. So there's something going on in the locker room. I don't know what it is, but I'm not confident in this team the way I was entering the season. I'm not. I mean, now that I hear the news with Cade Cunningham, maybe that gives the Knicks a slight edge, but I still don't see them beating Boston. I think Boston's on a roll, and I hate Boston, man, but I'm not going to deny it. JB, not Jalen Brunson, Jaylen Brown is having a great year, bro. I don't know if you've been keeping up with him.
Yeah, he's having
an MVP caliber season, and he's not even the best guy on the team. And then Tatum came back, so I don't know what's going on with the Knicks, but I'm not too confident in them, to be honest.
Yeah, here's my problem with the Knicks. It almost feels like they don't grip the moment. You know, they have a golden opportunity to really make that run, man, in the East. There's not a lot of threats right now. You got Boston, obviously, and you got Detroit, but now with the injury to Cade, that opens everything up. You can beat the Cavs, you can beat the Raptors, and everybody below them for sure. You're a better team than them. It's just I feel like there's one team always standing in your guys' way. Don't you feel that way every season? There's one team, and this year, unfortunately, again, it looks like that team's going to be Boston. Now, Jason Tatum doesn't look the same since he came back. I've been paying attention. He does not look the same. But like you said, Jaylen Brown, who I've always said, in my opinion, is the best player on that team for years. I've been saying it. Has had, like you said, he should be in the conversation for MVP, top 5 player for sure right now. The depth, that's what scares me about Boston, man, because I'm rooting for you guys to come out of the East for sure. I don't really like anybody else in the East right now. I want the Knicks to come out, but it's the depth, right? What has Jordan Clarkson and players like that done for you guys this year? Not much.
Just sparks here and there. That's it.
Who would you say is your best player? Is it Josh Hart?
Josh Hart.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we start him, and if he starts, we don't have anybody on the bench. Now it's been Alvarado, but Alvarado, even him, he's not. He's a spark player. He'll have a great game and then 2 bad games. And this other guy that we picked up, he's been ass. What's his name? From the Spurs, Sochan,
Jeremy Sohan. Yeah,
bro. I thought he was gonna come in and make an impact, and same thing with him. He'll have a good game, and then you can't see him for the next 2 games. So I'm telling you, I'm not confident, man.
That sucks, man. I really, really wanted this to be the Knicks season for sure, to come out of the East at least, man. I felt like it could have been last year, man. It's just unfortunately the ball didn't bounce in your favor sometimes. But yeah, man, and also we gotta watch out for the dark horse teams, man. Teams that nobody wants to see in the first round, like the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks are currently 11-game win streak, and they've looked tremendous since traded away Trae Young. They've looked tremendous, man. And Kuminga's fitting in. Everybody, they're really well coached, man. What do you think of Atlanta Hawks? Are they like a serious dark horse team in the East?
They're serious enough that you don't want to see them in the first round, but I don't think it's because you don't think you can't beat them. Like, I think if the Knicks play them in the first round, it's more of we don't want to deal with these guys for 5 games. We're gonna beat them in 5. We just don't want to deal with them in 5. It takes a lot out of you. They're young, they're fast, they make you waste energy and stuff like that. But I don't see them as a second round team. I think they're gonna give whoever they play in the first round, they're gonna give them a run for their money and show the world that they can get better. But that's as far as I go with the Hawks.
Yeah, man, the Hawks, man, since I can remember, man, with Josh Smith and Joe Johnson, they've always been that little feisty, fiery, little dangerous, little firecracker team, that could just scare anybody in the first round for sure. But I don't know how serious we could take them year 1 at least for sure. The Cavs, to me, I just don't believe in that duo of Harden and for the playoffs and Donovan Mitchell.
Nope. When I see Harden on the team, I already give up hope.
The Raptors are a little mini dangerous team as well. I like them for sure. They're definitely a first round scare, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the Raptors. It's just Boston, man. Huh?
How you feeling about Orlando?
I used to be worried about them, not anymore. They beat themselves up all the time.
And Paolo hasn't made the leap we all thought he would make by now. That's the problem.
Desmond Bane's been carrying that team, and he's not good enough to beat the Knicks by himself.
Yep, absolutely. Yo, what up, Solo? Better late than never, my boy. How you doing? But yeah, I mean, so much. The Thunder, man. The Thunder currently is still the most dangerous team in the NBA. They're currently on a 10-game win streak. All right, they're at 55-15, running away with the best record in the NBA. Do you think? Like, if you had to throw a percentage, let's say you were a betting man.
Yeah.
What do you think is a percentage of them repeating as NBA champions? Give me a percentage.
Like 75.
Whoa, that's high.
Yeah. 75. They just came off a chip. They didn't lose anybody. They gained, if anything. They got better. And they're the youngest team in the league. They're the youngest contending team in the league. And I just don't see anybody stopping that team, bro. That maybe Wemby's Spurs, if they're all healthy, maybe they have a chance. If the Lakers are clicking with their big 3, if everyone's healthy, Jokic, I don't trust Jokic and Murray to beat the OKC Thunder, and that's it. After those teams, everybody in the way, even Houston didn't take the leap I thought they were going to take. I don't see Houston beating the Thunder. I really think they got a 75% to win the championship, and nobody in the East is going to mess with them.
That is really high. Okay, fair enough. I'll go 40% for multiple reasons. One, because you got to factor in the way the playoff matchups work. And I think the West is going to be a bloodbath. No matter who you face in the first round, you're not going to sweep anybody. That's what I will say about the West. You're not going to sweep anybody. So I give it about 40%, and it's still pretty high because I'm taking the field at 60% over them, right? So I'm just taking the odds at this point because, yes, obviously everything you said is true. However, the Spurs have swept them this season. The Lakers are hot at the right time this season. The Nuggets, you can never count them out. And after that, I don't think anybody really poses a threat to them. But again, what if injuries could happen, suspensions could happen, one bad call could happen in the playoffs. Like a lot of stuff can happen. So I'm just going to play the odds and I'll say 40%, which is still high. I still have them higher than any other team in the NBA.
I say the reason I went 70 is because there's only 3 teams that I think could beat them. Mm-hmm. It's the Spurs, maybe the Lakers, and before the injury, the Pistons. I felt like the Pistons are the Thunder of the East right now. But outside of those 3 teams, I don't think anybody in the league can beat that team in a 7-game series. So if there's only 3 teams that can beat you and there's a 100% chance, then I'm gonna just drop that to 70. That's how I see it.
And let's see, man. Let's see what happens. It's gonna get really good, though, man. I really hope they don't repeat again. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see. I think we had a question from my boy Lou here in the chat. He said, "Oh yeah, Ruben. He says, how would you rate Mike Brown's first season coaching the Knicks?"
Not better than Tibbs' whole tenure here. I wouldn't know. I can't give you a number or a percentage, but I can tell you that I would rather have Tibbs right now than Mike Brown, because all that nonsense about Tibbs not playing the bench, Mike Brown's playing the bench, and we're worse. We're worse than we were last year when we were playing 6 or 7 guys. So I don't know. That's how I would rate it.
So maybe there's a reason that Tibbs didn't trust the bench, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe there's
and Mikal Bridges' goofy ass was calling Tibbs out. We're playing too many minutes. We're getting worn out. My shooting is not that good right now because I'm tired. Meanwhile, he changed his shooting form, but he doesn't want to talk about that. And look, now he got a new coach. More guys are playing. He's playing less minutes, and he's playing like the worst player on the team. It's crazy.
Wow. I never thought Mikal Bridges would not fit in with your team. But I also looked at Mikal Bridges as the type of player that Tibbs likes because he's a scrappy guy. So once Tibbs got fired,
but dude, that's the problem, bro. He used to be that. He used to be a scrappy guy. Mm-hmm. He went to Brooklyn and he was the go-to guy, and I think that messed with his head, bro, because now that he knows he can drop 25 a game and all this crazy stuff, I think he expected to come over here and do the same thing. And we didn't want him for that. We wanted him to play a lot, guard the best guy. We really got him for the Celtics. You get Tatum, you get OG. I mean, you get Jaylen Brown, and that's what we got him for. And he wants to be like the star of the show. You could tell that he's not happy when he doesn't get the ball in his spot. Like, you can see it in his face. I don't know. It is what it is.
Man, you know what? That's disappointing because I thought he was great in the playoffs for you guys last year, man. I thought last year he had some big shots. He played some elite defense. And, one of the main reasons you guys got as far as you did. But, man, if he's disappeared like that, that's tough. And I hope he comes back to that version. But then again, you got a coach that doesn't pull out the best defensively out of players. So that matters as well.
Yep.
Tibbs wasn't taking no bullshit. He didn't care about the offense. He was like, nah, you're going to guard or you're going to sit.
We're going to score. We defend, we score. That was his motto. If you defend well, you can score well.
And I love a coach like that because they're so old school, man. They're so old school, and they just pull out the best out of players. Like, you can't BS a coach like that. Him, Greg Popovich, coaches like that from the same tree, man. Just tough heart.
That's why I get bothered with the Knicks, bro, because that was our best coach we've had. I can't even for a long time, bro. We haven't had a coach that good in 20 years, Dibs. And then he has the best season, takes us as far as we've ever went since Ewing was on the team, bro. And you fucking fire him like that? It doesn't make no sense, bro. It don't make no sense.
It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense at all, man. What can we say, bro? What can we say? Shit happens. Shit happens. Sometimes the worst mistakes like this. You guys firing Tibbs is the equivalent of us letting Alex Caruso walk in free agency. I think you make certain mistakes that come back to bite you for several seasons sometimes.
Yep.
And that's horrible, man. Let's talk about the San Antonio Spurs a little bit, man.
Okay.
But they have taken a quantum leap. They have now cracked 51 wins on the season. Okay, they are just spectacular this year, man. We're talking they are 33 wins over 500. They have won 3 in a row, man. And
They got the goat over there, man.
The goat, your goat, not mine, not yet.
They got the goat, man.
Yeah, but as far as Wemby goes and the Spurs, man, do you think their lack of experience in the postseason is going to hurt them year one?
Nah, because I just saw the OKC Thunder win, so I don't think that's a thing anymore. I think we're past that stage of young guys not being able to pull through. I think that's over with. It's a new man's league. It's a young league, and the way Wemby plays, you see how he set the tone in the All-Star game. You see how he sets the tone on the court every night. You look at Wemby, his face is deadpan. He doesn't have no emotion. He comes at you aggressively, and the team follows that, man. When your best players coming in like that, they follow. And that's why they're winning the way they are. Wemby's not taking any crap.
Yeah. You know what? I love Wemby. Big fan. Here's my concern, right? Even the Thunder put in a couple of losses in the playoffs before they broke through the scene and made it to the finals and won the championship. I think their lack of experience will end up beating them in the second round. I don't think anybody can catch them in the first round, but in the second round, I think it might, depending on the matchup. If they get somebody really experienced like Denver or somebody like that, then it could be a problem. But I agree with you, though. I would not be surprised if they made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals, at least, because of their superstar Wemby, who leads by example, man. I don't remember the last time. I mean, I do remember the last time. But the last time we had a dog in the All-Star game that was pushing the older players to play harder, Kobe Bean. Yep. We've seen it in the documentary when Michael Jordan even talked shit about him. He said, "Who's this young buck over here? Trying to pick me a full court." So this guy has insane championship caliber qualities in him that is when you obsess about basketball. And that is refreshing for basketball fans like us. That's refreshing to see because there's a couple of those players in the league. Obviously, you got Luka, you got Ant, you got Wemby, guys that really care and want to take their game to the next level. And you can see the visible frustration when they lose, And there was a game when he went and beat the Clippers after being down 20 plus, and he had tears in his eyes. I love that emotion from a player because he cares about the game. And I think more often than not, we gotten away from that. Most players are cool in the All-Star weekend. They just want to chill. They're not trying to be guarded. None of that.
The LaMelo Ball,
Yeah, LaMelo Ball, perfect example. So it's nice to see a player like Wemby care, and I think that translates to the playoffs, and that translates to his teammates. He's going to infect them with the same, leader. So
you know what makes it even better though?
Yeah,
is like we like to see that, but he's not just any player. I'm saying it, but he's the best player in the league right now. In my opinion, he's the best player in the league. He's the best defender in the NBA. And that's not even debatable. He's literally, the stats don't lie. He's the best defender, and he's easily a top 5, top 6 offensive guy.
Yep.
Bro, and then not only that, you got a top defender, number 1 defender, top 5 offensive player, and he cares about the game more than anybody else in the league. That's a recipe for championships, man.
I had to pull up his stats real quick, man, because he's spectacular for sure. All right. This year he's averaging 24 points. He's averaging 3 blocks, 2.9 assists, a steal, 11 rebounds. He's shooting 35% from beyond the arc, which is uncanny for a big. And 50% field. That's insane.
And look at his defensive win shares. It's crazy. He's the defense. He's the Spurs defense. It's crazy.
Oh, for sure. He's the number 2 ranked player in the entire NBA for fantasy draft league. So it just tells you he's dominant, man, for sure. And we've been fans of this kid since he came into the league. Even before that, when we saw him play for his overseas team, we know he's going to be special. But this is unprecedented for the Spurs to make such a quantum leap from one season of not making the playoffs to the next. And last year they would have gone far too, but he got hurt, right? Yeah. So he came back with a vengeance, and you can tell that hunger was festering in him. So for sure, I think the Spurs are one of the, if not the most dangerous teams heading into the playoffs right now. Yeah. And I don't think anybody wants to see them in the first, second, or third round. Bro, to be honest, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be stars. They're gonna be hoping that somebody knocks them out before they have to face them.
Yeah, nobody want to see Wemby in the playoffs.
Well, that's the type of fear that he installs, man. But man, I cannot wait for the playoffs. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, talking about a lot of fun, man. It is time to submit our Prize Picks entry.
But before we do that though, I want to hear your thoughts on this 83, man.
Oh. Look. Okay. You texted me. You're the one that put me onto it. So then I want to go tune in when you texted me.
Yeah.
If he would have look, I don't fuck it. I'm gonna sound like a hater. I don't give a damn. If he would have did this shit organically, like Kobe did, I didn't see Wilt's performance, but probably like Wilt did, where it was in the flow of the game. All hats to him, respect. It's not like Kobe has the record anyways. The record is 100. So all credit to him. Yeah. I'm not gonna hear like the salty fans that say, "Oh, you should have stopped at 80." No, if you have a chance to go through the record, go for it. But I'm disgusted. Like, I don't ever want to hear nothing about the Miami Heat culture, none of that bullshit, because the fact that they were fouling up 30, that shit made me sick, bro. That's not basketball at this point. We handicapping records. And then here's the worst part. The media is trying to make it look like Lakers/Kobe fans are the worst because we weren't impressed by this bullshit. Matter of fact, we called it out. Yeah. Congrats, Bam. We're happy for Bam. Congrats, Bam. But the way the organization did it is infuriating. I don't feel like records should be meant to be handicapped. The way that the Wizards played defense was ridiculous. And the way that the refs were calling fouls, some of those weren't even fouls, bro. He was just walking. They would crowd him like this, and they would blow the whistle. It's almost like they manufactured that record. I don't like that. That's not the basketball we grew up with. But it is what it is. Whether I like it or not, that's the modern day, and I got to accept it.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing with it. At the end of the day, Bam or whatever, if he, however he did it. It's the Wizards. I feel like that's the biggest embarrassment right now. You can't allow that to happen if you're the Wizards. Bro, nobody on the team fouled out, bro. How do you have that many fouls? You let a man shoot 43 free throws and none of you guys fouled out? That means they weren't even trying. I would have fouled out. I would have knocked him on his ass at least 3 times, bro. I would have got ejected. You're not going to do that while I'm playing. And they were just okay with it. If you got nobody fouling out and a guy shoots 43 free throws, that means it was a team effort to be that trash on defense, and they should take the blame for that.
But this goes back to my point. That's a great point, by the way. But this goes back to my point of what I said, that players don't care that much about ball anymore. The Wizards didn't give a fuck, bro. They didn't care. Yep. 10 years ago, if that's happening, say somebody's getting put on their ass. Like, come on. But it just, for me, more so than Washington, because we knew they were trash since forever. More so than that is just the way the NBA, I feel like this is Adam Silver's NBA. We're going to see 100, bro. And it's only a matter of time. It might happen this year, might happen next year, or the year after that. We're going to see 100. I guarantee it. Because, and I'm not even going to be impressed because it's probably going to be 50 free throws in the motherfucking game, man. So it's like the way the modern NBA operates now is like they're just manufacturing records to be broken. It takes away the specialness, like the wow factor. Like I remember when Kobe scored 81, I didn't expect that shit. And I'm sitting there like we were down 20 at one point in that game. And so Kobe had to get hot. And he had to go on this run. And he started getting double teamed and triple teamed. He only had 20 free throws in that game, bro. Not even half of Bam's. Yeah. And it happened within the flow, and it was organic. And at one point we had a double-digit lead. But Phil was not about to pull Kobe because we have lost leads in that season before. So we made sure that Kobe solidified that win by getting his 81. And so there was a wow factor to it. You got to remember that team. Kobe didn't have great teammates, man. Who was on that team when he scored 81? Kwame Brown, Smush Parker.
Yeah. Was Vucevic on that team?
Say it again?
Vucevic, was he on that team? I don't remember.
Vujic, Sasha.
Vujic, sorry, yeah.
I don't remember if he was or he wasn't. I think he was. I think he still was. Luke Walton, none of the role players in Lamar. And that's it, And so he scored 81 when we needed it the most in against a Toronto Raptor team that wasn't great either, but they were way better than the Wizards, that's for sure. They had Jalen Rose on that team. Like they had some good players.
They were trying to guard him at least.
Yeah. So it's I don't know, man. Look, I'm not losing any sleep over it. It's not like Bam holds the record. That's 100 points. If he scored 100, then we'd have a broader conversation about it. But he just slid up and passed Kobe. And I think for Kobe fans, for my fellow Kobe fans out there, they were hurt because I think the way it happened was weak as fuck. Look what my guy Solo said. He said, I think he speaks for all of us when he said, I'm disgusted with the refs. They was calling every tick-tack foul. Could you imagine Bron and AR getting that many calls? It would never happen. You know, it's unfortunate how it happened, but congrats to Bam. I mean, Bam breaks the record. He looks good. But he's not even a scorer, man. You would have thought if anybody would have broke the record, it's KD, Carmelo when they played, those kind of guys. And that's what throws me off about today's NBA. Is like
even James Harden, man. James Harden averaged 40 a game. I thought he would have been the one to do it. But.
Yeah, another free throw merchant, by the way. And he didn't even get 40 free throws in a game. How the fuck Bam got it? He don't even get a dribble six or nothing, bro. This is insane. But I'll close it by saying this, man. In this modern NBA, anything's possible. You know, like anything. I wouldn't be surprised they added a 4-point line. And also, I'll go as far as to say, shout out to Steph Curry for ruining the league. I can't wait till you retire, you bum ass bitch. I'll close it by saying that because ever since he started being soft and they gave him all the little shit, man.
You can't blame Curry for that, man.
Yes, I can. And
you gotta blame self-awareness for that. Because Curry can do it. So you can't get mad at him because he could do it. He knows how to do it. He makes those shots. It's the 400 other guys who try to be like him, and they can't, and they ruin the game.
I blame Curry because he's the most unlikable star that there is, man. He just is. He listens to Hamilton, bro. He don't bump rap on his radio. He listens to Hamilton, my guy. He's so
I blame
him and Jokic are the most anti-basketball superstars I've ever seen, man. Jokic loves horse racing. This guy likes Hamilton. And they should both fucking marry each other. And move
I blame self-awareness on that, but I feel like we need to start teaching that to young men and young people in general. But in the NBA, for sure, young men need to come into the league and they need to have more self-awareness, man. They need to understand that you're not the guys you see on TV. You can practice, you can get better, you can work on your game, but you're not the guy on TV, and you got to stop pretending you are because when you get into the big leagues, you try to shoot those 4-pointer shots, you're not going to make them like Curry does, man. And a lot of people don't have self-awareness, and it's unfortunate.
And I also blame the copycat league because they try to copy that style, and Steve Kerr's overrated ass, and they just.
I'll give you that too. A lot of coaches came in and tried to do that.
They had the personnel because not only did they have Curry, they also had Clay, who was one of the top 3 shooters.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like.
I still blame Curry, man. Fuck Curry, bro. I still blame him. He inspired a whole generation, man. And it sucks, man. It sucks that style of basketball is going to die when Curry retires and new superstars come in. Wemby's already helping the case. Ant-Man, Shea, who, believe it or not, Shea's helping the case too because he has a mid-range game. It's not all about 3-point shooting. So I like players that mix it up, man. I was so tired of the teardrops and the threes and nothing in between.
Yeah, who else too? Kay Cunningham might be the one that changes it up too.
Yep. And that's the beautiful thing about basketball, bro. They said basketball is dead; it never dies. It just kind of revolves. There'll be another Curry that comes in that I'm going to hate in the future. Yeah. I'm sure because he inspired a whole generation of it.
Yeah, but this time he's going to be 7'5".
Oh no! Don't say that, bro. You're talking about my team at this point, bro. Don't say that. I hope not. Yeah. It is what it is, man. And let's see what happens, man. Ruben says if Kobe was still alive, he'd 100% be happy for Bam. Kobe loved to inspire greatness amongst his people. He would. But deep down inside, if Kobe was still alive, God rest his soul, Kobe would be thinking, man, that was a soft way to break my record. That shit was weak because Kobe was competitive, So he would have congratulated.
Kobe would have been mad at the Wizards for sure. He would have been real mad at the Wizards.
Yep. It is what it is, man. But all right, let's go ahead and drop the prize picks. If you're ready, Lou, let's make at least 2 to 3 entries, man. And let's see what we can do, man, because we on a little dry spell right now.
Yeah, bro. It's been bad.
It happens, man. Prize picks is hit or miss, brother. It's hit or miss. All right. Let me go ahead and remove this section right here so we can look at the full screen. And we're going to go with, let's see here. All right. Here goes. Prize picks. And college basketball, the March Madness tournament started today, but I don't watch enough college to really submit any entries there. So let's go NBA. Unless you watch and you want to submit anything, let me know.
No, if you want to put like a little random card and just throw it out there and see what happens, that's fine. But if not, it's okay.
All right. So all right, let's see. Where should we go first? We got Wham Blam.
They got Bam at 20.
They got Bam at 20. We might be missing hella players, so he might not even get to 20 because guys, the game might be over before.
Yeah.
If LeBron doesn't play, Luka and other players don't play, the Heat are gonna win it. Most
as long
likely.
as he's not playing the Wizards, man. He's playing the Wizards.
He's playing the Lakers.
The Lakers. Oh, okay. Playing the Wizards, you got to put that over.
High intensity game. I'm hoping for a win, but I'm not expecting it because I'm thinking a lot of guys are gonna go missing, like either from tiredness or just to prevent injuries. They're not gonna play. So, what do you think? You want him? You want Bam?
Nah, I don't want to bet on Bam. Nah, yeah, I'm okay.
He's not a scorer. That was fool's gold right there. All right. How we feel about the points, rebounds, assists category? Let's go. Is it somebody who's a workhorse and does a lot for this team? How's Melo's hit or miss?
He's too inconsistent.
Yeah, he's a 2K player, man, who just happens to have NBA talent. That's all.
Yep.
That's all he is, bro. To me.
Let me see Amen Thompson's.
Right you mean that's Asar?
That's Asar. Oh, let me see his because the K's out.
Yeah. He's 2 for 5.
All right.
Can you believe Amen is so good, but his twin brother is okay at basketball? That's pretty crazy. Like,
he's good. He's just, I don't know, man.
Not the same player for sure.
Yeah, not the same.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. How we feel about? Is Luka gonna play today? Luka been cooking, bro. If LeBron doesn't play, he might just cook today.
They got Reeves right next to him too.
Oh yeah, points, rebounds, assists. You're right. He's kind of been on a 2-game slump, but he'll bounce back real soon.
You think Luka could do that? 30-10-10?
I think Luka. It depends on if LeBron plays. LeBron might want to play just because we're at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But when LeBron doesn't play, Luka goes even more nuclear. So, but it is a back-to-back, so maybe I'll stay away from it. I would say Kelly, how's he been doing? Kelly, he's trying.
Let me see Bam again on this one, on this category.
Oh,
no, you just had him right there, right above Kelly Ware.
All right.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Points, rebound, it's 3 for 5.
No, never mind.
One way consistency, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Damn, Marcus.
Harden might be a safe one. At least with the assists. I don't know about the rebounds.
So you want to pick him up, James Harden?
Nah, you know what? No, if it was just assists, I probably would have went with it, but the rebounds might kill it.
Well, the assists are. Let's see what assists are looking like.
Like points and assists, yeah. James Harden is a lock.
There's a lot of green goblins in here, so they expect expecting some easy peasy ones. Let's see.
This for points and assists, or just assists?
Right, assists.
Oh no, points and assists. Points and assists. Right, for Harden, for James Harden, because that's a lot.
Price Picks though, they have a lock. They might not put him in.
Yeah, they might not put him in there. You're right.
Let's see. Points and assists. I'll tell you who is here though. Points and assists. Harden. Yeah, I'm not impressed. I've never been impressed by James Harden's game. He can go on a heater. So they got him at 31.5 points and assists.
Ooh. Who they playing today? Chicago.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Bro. I feel like he's gonna go over, but then the chart tells me otherwise. I don't know.
Well, he went over versus Milwaukee. He went under versus Dallas, and Orlando. So he goes over versus the better teams he plays. That's when he really inserts himself. Right. So we'll make an executive call though. You think he'll go over or under? We'll just go one.
Let me see Giddey right next to him.
4 for 5.
Okay, put him over. Put him over, yeah.
He never goes over 16, but all right.
Put him over there.
All right. How we looking? Let's go to a different category. How about let's see what the popular category is again. They have Wemby at 24.5 points. He's going up against Phoenix. What you think?
He could probably do that. 25 points. He could probably do. He averages 24 though.
Oh, he does. Oh, they got him right on his average then. Maybe not.
Yeah, they got him at his average.
Maybe not. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and submit one. I think Luka can go crazy. He's done 4 out of 5, right?
Okay.
But he's coming off of a game where we just played intensely. However, I don't know because I don't want to go against my rule. I always say start players. I never go against them.
But you know what though? He's playing Miami. They got nobody to stop him on the perimeter. Miami doesn't have any defensive guards.
Screw it. Let's do it then.
Okay.
We got him. We got Giddey.
What's the Jalen Duren one right there? Is that just points or that's points and rebounds?
That's points.
That's points. Damn. Okay.
You don't have his point guard to feed him either. He's just a catch lob guy.
Yeah.
That's the problem. We could go under. But no, actually, he's going up against Washington. I'll never go under on Washington. Hell.
Yeah, well, he might drop 85.
You can imagine? He ends up being the player? That would be crazy, man.
Oh, Devin Booker? Okay. What we got with Devin Booker, man?
He's been hitting lately.
Is that just points?
That's just points.
And who he's playing?
So Spurs, San Antonio.
Oh, fuck, man. Damn. I would have went over against any team but the Spurs.
Damn.
Yeah. Right. Wouldn't be sending shit.
Austin, man, he be cooking with the assists. I don't know why they got him with the little demon emoji. 5.5.
Hey, I will go over with that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very doable, bro. Especially if he's tired.
Yep.
3.
What's the Castle stat right there? What is that? I can't really read that.
So that's total rebounds and assists. And
that's a guarantee. Yeah, that's a guarantee.
5 right there.
Yeah.
And then we got who else? We got Gillespie. By the ugliest name in the NBA. Never mind.
What about Herbert Jones? What is that?
Herbie? Points, rebounds, assists, 16.5.
Oh.
Versus the Clippers, too.
Oh, the other guy with the from the Suns. I don't know. I know he plays for the Suns right there.
Also?
Yeah. Let me see his. What is that?
Points, rebounds. He hit the last game. That's about it.
Shit, we might want to take the under on him then.
Yeah, for the Spurs, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Under on that. That's probably why he's on the heater for sure. And let's see what we got here, man. We might have enough for an entry.
Okay.
Luka, Austin, Castle, and Oso on the flex play. Let's see how we looking with. I'm feeling good about this pick, man. You want to do power play? 5 entries?
Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Let's do a power play. All right, let's get one more in here. Man. And let's see. You want to look at the college one just to look?
But yeah, can you mix and match NBA with college?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
So do the Oso one again from Phoenix. Do the Austin Reeves one again.
Okay, let's go.
I feel like those two are guarantees.
All right, let's go. So Austin.
Yeah, the Austin Reeves one was a nice one.
And less on.
He looks like a guarantee.
Okay.
There was someone else that we had there. Who else we had on that? I know Luka was on that.
Yeah, Luka was on it. We went over, I think.
No, you know what? Keep those two. I think those two are a lot.
All right.
And then go ahead. Let's check out the college though.
CBB. So what you thinking about Darius Acuff, man?
What they got him for though? What is that?
36 points, rebounds, and assists.
Oh.
3 out of 5, and it's the tournament, so he's gonna need a ball out.
Yeah, but it's college, man.
I don't think he'll check himself out of this one.
For real.
This is March Madness. They got him for rebounds and assists. And let's see. Jeremiah Fears is interesting too. Well, he's hit 4 out of 5. He's been going crazy.
Yeah.
Fears.
That's good. Let's take him.
All right.
Is that this kid's brother?
Who?
The one that plays for the Pelicans?
I'm not sure, actually. That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Okay.
That's a good question. Let's see what else we got. There's a couple players I know from here. Nothing crazy, but I've been watching from a distance. Let's see. What else we got? Boozer already started. Cam Boozer.
The Cam Boozer's got the green horns, right?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
It's a guarantee. Let's just look at points.
So the Acuff one, is that rebounds and assists or points, rebounds, and assists?
That's points, rebounds, and assists.
Oh, okay. They don't have the rebounds and assists one?
Let me see. I can check. Rebound. They do have. Let's see. I'm not sure if Acuff's in here.
Yeah, he might not be on it.
Yeah, he is. They got him
Okay.
for rebounds and assists for 10.
They got him for 10. I feel more confident in that than the points. But I
Right.
mean, that's up to you. No. If you feel like he'll do the points too.
Nah,
But,
it's a lower mark to hit here. So I always like to go for the lower mark because the other one.
what was the point rebounds assist one? Like, what was his number on there?
36.
Huh?
36.
36.
So he would have to add 26 points plus 10
Plus
rebounds.
that, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot asking for.
You want to go under on him?
If it's points, rebounds, assists, I'll go under. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So then take him off there. Okay.
And then you never know, man. He might check himself out.
That's the thing, bro. Yeah, I don't know. It's college, bro. It's harder to determine the college one.
Let's see what.
I'm trying to read these names. I just can't.
No, I got you. We can go back to NBA. They don't have too many like noticeable players playing today. They got Cam Boozer and Darius Haycup. Those are like the biggest names they have today.
What they got Boozer for? They got him for points.
That game started already, so let me see.
Oh no, yeah, never mind. If it started already, it's okay.
Yeah, that game started already. Let's go back to
right.
Let's finish up in the NBA. Let's go. What has Castle's assist been looking like? Oh, he's been
good.
Yeah,
looking real good.
Let's pick him up.
Yeah, go over.
Let's go.
That was the other one that we had. That's the one I was gonna ask you. That's the guy that they had him mix. I think it was assists and rebounds for him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's fine.
Let's see what
his assist was at what?
7.5.
And his assist and rebounds was at what? Because we did the assist and rebounds.
12.
We might be better off taking that one again.
The assist and rebounds?
Yeah, because he's gonna do both. So he might have a 5 assist game, but he'll have like a 7 rebound game.
So remove the other one.
Yeah, get rid of the assist straight. I mean, do you get more for the Devil Horns?
It doesn't matter. It's not a big difference. It's not
okay.
I'd rather get the surefire pick for sure.
Yeah, that's a surefire one. Yeah, the rebounds assist for sure.
Devin Booker, 37.5. Damn. Why they got him so high?
That's for rebounds and assists?
Yeah.
I mean for point, yeah.
Yeah. For the Spurs though.
I could, if it's all of it, then yeah, we could do that. It's just if it's straight points, I'm not feeling it because Wemby be blocking shit down there, man.
Right. All right, one more. We'll do a flex play on this one. One more. And we'll do
one more.
One more. Let's pick up one more. Let's go. Let's see. Let's look at just straight up points. Straight up.
Okay.
And I'm looking at. Let's see. What we got here. Somebody that we know for sure is either not going to get it or is going to get it for sure.
Well, they got Josh Green. I saw he had the horns.
Josh Green.
I think that's what it was, right?
Yeah. 4.5 points.
Ooh.
He don't play apparently because he only hit once in the last 5.
Yeah.
No wonder he got the horns. They're trying to make us lose.
You can't go under, right?
You can't go under when he has the horns.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this time is trash. Let's go. How about they got James Harden at 22 points?
22.
That's versus Chicago, though. Chicago could get blown out, and then that game be over quick.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the problem, man. When you gotta look at the matchups.
I'm trying to think of the teams that play today.
We got, you know what? What's Dylan Harper looking like? Dylan Harper, nah. I try to pick up players that have a lot of minutes too, you know?
Yeah. Milwaukee plays today, right? I see Kuzma there.
Yeah, Milwaukee plays.
But they don't have all the Milwaukee players on there, right?
No, they don't. And Kuzma ain't hit 12.5 but one game.
Yeah, because that's why I was going to ask you, because it's been Ousmane Dieng's been taking those minutes, but I don't see his name there.
Oh yeah, so you want to?
They should have him on there.
You want to go under on Kuz?
Who they play? The Utah Jazz. Oh man, they play the Jazz though. Yeah, they could be under. Ousmane Dieng's right there. Let me see Dieng.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah, let me see him. Yeah, because he's the one that's been cooking.
Yeah, 19 points the last game.
He's been cooking on that team.
How you feeling about it?
I feel good about him, but I don't know why it shows he only played 3 games. Unless he sat out. One of the games.
He had 0 points this game right here, and he
Yeah,
had 2.
that means he didn't play for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got BJ Edgecombe. How's he been doing, man? Oh, he been
Damn.
No, bro.
Against
He's gonna-
Sacramento too.
Yeah.
You want to go under on him, or you think? Oh, let me see the kid from the Kings right there. He's been going off right with the green horns. Does that bring the value down? Because he's been going crazy.
It does bring the value down, but he's only 3 out of.
All right, never mind then.
I know he had 32 points the last game. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You got Try Hard Westbrook. He sucks.
That might be a safe bet to go under Westbrook.
You never know though. Somebody starts talking shit to him, he's gonna force all the shots.
Yeah.
Care about winning.
He's scrolling YouTube. Hear me say that he drops 40.
Yeah, nah.
Who's that red double horn in the bottom right down there?
We got Jabari Walker.
He's been cooking up too.
Yeah.
He had 3 bad games. Damn, that's a hard one because he's been playing well when they do play him. When he plays minutes, he plays well.
So he played in Sacramento tonight.
He might, he might have a game.
You want to try?
Is that a flex play?
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah.
All right, let's pick him up.
Do it.
Oh, what? I already had 6. All right, let me. You know what? I'll pick him up over one of the college players. Maybe the Darius Acup.
Yeah, take the red jersey out. Yeah. Okay.
Let's put him in there.
Okay.
There you go. All right. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that really multiplied our shit, bro. Since we have 2 little double horns, we would get 625 if we win.
Let's do that.
There you go, guys. Feel free to tail. I know this one took a little bit. We really want to win. This is the one that you should tail, guys. That I would recommend. For 5, we picked Austin going over 5.5 assists. Also going under on the points, rebounds, assists. Jeremy Fears from Memphis Youth going over. Stephon Castle going over. Devin Booker going over, and Jabari Walker going over. If that hits, you could turn 5 to 625. So make sure you guys tap in with the promo code and all that good stuff. All right, checks. I think that is going to wrap it up for us here. I want to say special thanks to my brother Lou. I know you're busy, bro, but appreciate you for joining us today, as always.
Appreciate it, man.
And chat, you guys as well, man. Again, promo code is right here. Kimiko provides it. And hopefully we get some, man. Let's see what happens. But appreciate you guys, man. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your weekend or week, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right, take it easy, everybody.